All right, y'all. Welcome to another awesome, amazing Monday. Today is going to be an amazing Monday. I decided Karjakz Assassin is going to be the topic of the day. It is a Monday. What better way to start off the Monday than to talk about my awesome animation universe that I've created, Karjakz Assassins. You know what I'm saying? It is it's my dream come true. And today I'm going to focus on some things: Karjakz Assassins, animation, and comics. I'm gonna split it up, and the things I'm talking about is origins, the characters, the animation itself, you know what I'm saying? And then the comics. And of course, last but not least is my final thoughts. You know what I mean? Because I think when you talk about animation, I've always wanted to talk about my characters is something I don't think I've introduced them. I've done podcast episodes, I've done streams, but I need to start focusing more and more because guess what? The first official Karjakz Assassin comic book is coming out next year. So it is gonna be Spitfire next year. That's right, it's coming out next year. I'm super excited about it. It's probably the first is the beginning of many more great things to come within this whole Karjakz Assassin universe that I've created. I mean, look, you got to give yourself props for the things that you do and how you accomplish them. So I'm never going to be ashamed to say, you know what, I'm putting in good work. I'm doing big things. Hey, so look, the world need not be ashamed of. I need not be ashamed of what I'm doing. I'm going to toot my own horn as I should. You know what I mean? So yo, first things first, I'm gonna talk about first of all, I gotta thank y'all. Oh, y'all, hold on, y'all. Let me take a little note. I gotta write this note down. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. I'm over here taking notes. That's the beautiful thing about phones. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Now I've got some notes in there. Now we good to go. So look, like I said, I'm going to talk about my characters, Karjakz Assassins, both in comics and animation. And I'm going to keep doing this every single week. So every single Monday, you can look forward to me talking about Karjakz Assassin universe, animations, and the comics, and the whole universe in its totality. So today I'm going to focus on things like I said, origins, the characters, animation, comics, and of course my following thoughts, current and future events. That's where I'm going to go with it. But first things first, I want to thank all of y'all for have grown, who have helped me the reason to have the channel to have grown to where it is now. It is at officially 1,000 subscribers. It is amazing to have grown that far, that fast. Excuse me, I've reached 781 subscribers this morning, right before I came into this live stream right now. 781. That's a lot of subscribers. The goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I think we're doing pretty doggone good. And the goal is to get there. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give it to all of y'all. And as I always say, subscribe, like, and then definitely hit the notification button. So when I come on, hey, you know it's game time. You know what I mean? So yo, thank all of y'all for that, man. So first things first, the origins of my character animation series. I created this whole thing based on just the idea of, hey, I had this universe right here. You know what I'm saying? This is the original version of the characters right here. Just on the strength of like, hey, I just wanted to have my own animation. So of course I grew up on all the good stuff. Marvel characters. So let's be specific about cartoons. X-Men, the animated series from 1990s. Gargoyles, Technoman, Ronin Warriors, Voltron, Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Exo Squad, Dragon Ball Z. The list of stuffed cartoons that I was watching is literally endless, man. And I would spend like hours watching this stuff, man. And then one day, I think I realized that I'd reached a pinnacle. I can't remember what I was drawing that day, man. But I remember looking at it. It was a Marvel character. I can't remember if it was Iron Man or Captain America, man. I just say, you know what? I'm kind of tired of drawing everybody else's created characters, man. I need to do my own thing, man. And that was around 2009 is when I came up with that idea right there. So the whole idea of just drawing my own characters, I got busy. I was like, you know what? Let me get to work. Let me get to work and see if I can create my own characters. Because I was working on a project, and that project didn't work out too well. So I just kind of like decided, you know what? Well, actually, it was before that project didn't work out too well. I started the idea of drawing my characters, but I didn't really take it seriously, maybe till 2010. So it was like more of a skit. I was going through it in skits. Then all of a sudden in 2010, I just hit full mash on the gas, man. And I got to work. I remember creating my first character. Cajun was my first character. You know what I'm saying? The whole origins of the characters. So you got the Karjakz who are the heroes. You got the assassins who are the villains. And so Cajun was my first original character. I've been had him. I kind of drew like a silhouette drawing of him, but it really wasn't anything that was really gonna knock your socks off because I myself was trying to figure out what it is I was gonna do, right? And then once I figured that out, okay, I realized, okay, it's time to get to work. So when I first originally started drawing, the actual first ever drawing was actually Sincere. And look, I'm gonna show her to you. Sincere is this character right here. I'm gonna show you all the classics because I got to talk about the origins. That right there was Sincere. And oh my God, Sincere. And she's based on my dream girl, right? Because my dream girl, I always said to myself, what would my dream lady look like? That was important to me. What would I want her to do? What kind of attributes would I want her to have? Well, honestly, honesty, loyalty, and consistency. So I drew it. I just drew something, man. And I was like, huh. And then I went enjoying creating her, I had to look at all the characters that I ever liked, like from cartoons I had ever watched. Psylocke from X-Men. Who I'm thinking? Black from Avengers. Storm from X-Men. Who else? Rogue from X-Men. So I kind of looked at a lot of different women, how I wanted to put her together. So I got to like, okay, now I got something. I definitely got something now. You know what I mean? And so I began to start drawing the idea of her and what she was going to look like. So then, all right, so I got her, and then I just started going through phases. Now it was not time to draw the next person. I drew Cajun, and then I said, who are they going to be based on? Cajun's based on me. Escalade is based on my sister. Glocks is based on my other brother. Rasputin is based on my other younger brother. And then, of course, who else? And then Shepard is based on my best friend. And then Diesel's based on a guy considered like an older brother. I mean, to create an animation series, there are things, hopefully you are inspired by people around you, because that's mostly what I know about cartoons, how they're created. They're always based on people that you know, people around you that really inspire you. Welcome to the chat, whoever that is right there. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Zombie Live. I'm trying to do this thing, talking today, focus on Karjakz Assassins. Animations, this is a new universal animation series. Karjakz Assassins, animation and comics. That's why I'm going to break it down. You know what I mean? So I went through a phase where I was talking about when I started creating my characters, and I was like, so I got the Karjakz. And then next up, I had to get the Assassins. The Assassins were kind of different. Well, can't forget Sphinx. I've always been a big fan of husky dogs. I just love dogs. I'm not much of I don't know much about dogs. I just know one thing. I love husky dogs. I think they're cool as hell. And so once I get some extra money, that's probably the first dog I'm ever gonna buy. Only huskies. Oh man, K Swag 2324. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? I'm dapping you back up. I see your fist. You see me? I don't upgrade it. I had to get a camera, bro. So I had to get a camera, man. I had to do this doggone thing. I seen your message on the when I post videos. Appreciate that, man. How you been, man? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Just to let you know, I'm actually scheduling my streams now. So look, remember how I told y'all need to make sure you hit up the notifications? It's better if you hit up the notifications so that you know when I'm going to stream. And I'm organizing my stuff a little bit more better too. You know what I'm saying? You see, I've got the big old cam, 4K cam. Hopefully you can see me super clearly. The thing is, it's totally awesome being able to do that, man. So you know what I mean? So that's where we at with that right there. You know what I mean? So the main thing for me is, yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, it's always about bettering what you're doing, right? Improvement. Give me a second, big dog. Give me a second. Let me see something. Okay, here we go. So look, back. I'm real back. So today I'm focusing on every Monday, bro. Guess what I'm going to be doing? Focusing on the Karjakz Assassin universe. There's so much of this that I haven't told y'all, and I felt like that's a big mistake. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to start focusing on every single Monday. You can look forward to something that's awesome, Karjakz Assassin. So look, let's recap. Today's going to be Karjakz Assassins, animation, and comics. Now, the things I'm going to talk about were origins, characters, animation, comics, and of course, my final thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, and then I create the Karjakz. The Karjakz, Cajun is based on me, right? So I'm going to go through, so show y'all who's who. So look, Cajun, this guy's based on me, right? This is the original versions of them. Cajun's based on me. Because I don't think I've given y'all a good enough of a history of these characters. Then, of course, Escalade is based on my sister, right? That's based on my sister. Glocks is based on my younger brother. And then Rasputin is based on my other brother, right? Rasputin right here. And then, of course, Diesel is based on a guy considered like an older brother to me. Then, of course, Sincere is based on my dream girl. And then Shepard is based on my best friend. So once I got the heroes, right, I had to kind of like, okay, now I got to create villains. You know what I'm saying? Villains. We got to create villains. Villains got to definitely be created. And so the villains became, so the villains were counters of the heroes. And of course, Sanusi is actually a villain based on me. He's my bad side. He's my, if everybody probably thought, hey, what would I look like if I was a villain? I was like, well, I look like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been so intertwined with cartoons. And when you grew up on stuff like Techno Man, Gundam Wing, Voltron, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Thundercats, Ronin Warriors, X-Men, the animated series from the 1990s. Who else? Who else? Iron Man from the animated series. Sorry, K-Swag. I'm not talking about Venom today, bro. Today is all Karjakz Assassins. You know what I'm saying? I just said it. It's gonna be all Karjakz Assassins. Ain't gonna be no Venom today. It's gonna be all my characters. So now look. So now Sanusi's based on me, right? Check this out. Then you got Artillery. You know what I'm saying? Where's she at? Right there. Then you got Excursion. Then of course you got Kanji right there. And then of course Revo. Now Revo is based on my cousin. Because I remember talking to my cousin, and me and my cousin are really tight. And I said, hey man, I think I'm gonna base a character on you. He's like, man, don't make me no villain. Don't make me no hero, dude. I want to be a villain. I was like, you for real? It's like, yeah, man. So guess what I did? Now this character Revo is based on two people. My cousin, but also a close friend of mine. Because Revo's real name is Tuan Lee. So I gave him Revo's name is really based on a good friend of mine, Tuan Lee, who was on the chat with me yesterday. He was like, man, he was so proud of what I've accomplished so far. So, you know, the Karjakz, and of course, let's move on to the other heroes. I'm going to give you their names. And of course, you got Snipes, right? And then you got Yukon, and then can't forget the Coyotes, man, the Android Assassins. You know what I mean? So this right here, so once I created the original characters, so from about 2009 to about 2012, actually, I'm looking at the big poster that I printed, the first one I ever printed, October 19th, 2012. I spent that time, almost 3.5 years, creating my characters. I didn't even realize how long this was going to take. I was just thinking, man, as fast as I can draw, I'll just be able to do this real fast. We're talking 6-month increments of work every single time. And sometimes after the 6 months, I would draw and be like, oh my God, this drawing is so bad. Like you don't realize that because you're staring at it every single day. You're thinking, yeah, this thing is popping. Then you fall back away from it. You're like, oh no, this is not popping. I remember I went through that because when I finished the Assassins, because I drew the Karjakz first. So when I finished the Assassins, I was like, oh my God, I got to start all over again. The Karjakz look like crap. Now the Karjakz are the heroes. And at the time, I still hadn't created this book because this is the bio book version 1 of my character. Actually, I could technically call it a comic book. This technically could be called the first comic book I ever created because I've seen books like mine like this that Marvel does all the time with their character profiles and they call it comic book. So, hey, I'm going to call mine a comic book too. So, and then after I drew the Assassins, I said, okay, I got to go back to the Karjakz. So I redrew the Karjakz again because I was like, there's no way. And especially Cajun. As you can see the hoodie that I'm wearing right here. Oh, my bad. You see the hoodie I'm wearing right, this character right here, Cajun. It took me, I went through 3 tries to create version 1 of him. It was like, man, he was above, because I remember he was the last hero that I drew. And he was also the hardest too. Because I figured out how I'm going to put him in armor. Excuse me, put him in armor. It's really important when you're trying to do something, man. You got to figure out how you're trying to do it, man. Like, a lot of my journey has been trial and error. Without question, trial and error. I think if I wasn't afraid to fail, you know what I'm saying? If I wasn't afraid to fail, I would have had like a lot of anxiety and I would have quit a long time ago. But since I don't have no care for failure, and I really don't care if I fail or not, I ain't worried about it. It's like I don't worry about how many people are in my stream. What I worry about is how many people are actually, am I creating great content? And apparently I must be creating great content because I got 781 subscribers. 781. And thanks to y'all, 360 of them was picked up this month. So that's pretty crazy. And I've been going live for only 1 month. I started in I think late September, maybe September 20th or something like that. That's when I first went live on live YouTube because I really don't know how to use it. So once I got to getting to use it, I created a schedule, which is why K-Swag 2324, I said, you know what, I got to create a schedule. I can't just be winging it. Winging it is not going to pull me forward. So having a schedule, setting up notifications so people can see it and telling people to set up locations is what's helping. It's the same thing with my characters. So once I got the origins, once I got the characters, I said, okay, now we got something. Now that's how Karjakz Assassin was born. And look, since I'm going to show you all that, look, let me show you this big old poster. This thing is huge. I've showed it to y'all before, but not like this. Yeah, this thing right here was the first one I ever made when I went to FedEx. You'll see how big it is? It is huge. This thing is like a 24 by 36. It's a monster. It's a big boy. And I remember going to whatchamacallit? Yeah, I wrote myself a check for $1 billion. That's right. One day I plan on cashing that joker, man. Yeah, and haters can't do a damn thing to stop it neither. You know what I mean? So part of any journey that you take, as I was saying before. Excuse me, y'all. I'll be right back. Part of any journey that you take is understanding failure, man. K Swag, thanks so much, bro. Thank you so much on Swap. Hey, look, K Swag, tell all your friends, Karjakz Assassin Universe, this animation galaxy of mine is gonna be humongous, y'all. Ain't nothing can stop it. If I tell y'all how far I've come, I think I've told y'all this story multiple times. I used to drive Uber and Lyft just to pay for stuff, man. You see what I'm saying? And I used to do that. I got no shame in saying how I started. Thank you, man. Really appreciate the positivity, man. But people see how K Swag said how that person just came in and came out. See, people like that I don't want in my universe because they're flakes. You know what I'm saying? They're always looking for what's already popular. And then when you get bigger, then they want to be mad because you don't want to acknowledge them. You ain't gonna stop what I'm doing. Me letting what do you call those? I call them how do you call those people? The bandwagon fans. That's it. Bandwagon fans. I don't want no parts of those kind of people. I don't want them in my universe. The reason why I've gotten to so many subs is because people that actually follow me are actually not bandwagon fans. You see what I'm saying? And some people are bandwagon fans. They just follow, but they never show up. You see what I'm saying? So I show up when I need to show up. I'm consistent. And so once I created my origin of my characters, I was like, okay, now it's on. Now I got to go forward. The next stop was the characters themselves. So now the character creation was interesting because a lot of it was me figuring out, once I drew them, what are the names going to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Julius Jones, that used to be Jones. Now I had to change. I changed the name. I went through phases that I was going because this is phase 1, phase 2, and then phase 3. And that's in terms of the bio comic books, so I'm going to get to later because the comic books is separate. But then the characters themselves, so I had to give them names. So, for example, the names, not only the alias name, which is their superhero name, but their real name, right? So we already knew 4 things. Cajun, Escalade, Glocks, and are siblings, right? So I came up with the name Jones. So Cajun's name is Cajun, of course, which is his superhero name. And then, of course, his real name is Jones Phoenix. But before that, you know what I'm saying? His real name is, before that, I call it Julius Jones. So I was going through name phases, right? So, and then of course he's got Sphinx with him, the mystical tiger, which is a gift from a character who's going to be also part of the Karjakz Assassin universe, but I can't tell you that character's name. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep everything on the D-low, as I like to say. You know what I'm saying? And then of course next up was Escalade. So like, for example, for case, of course his alias name is Cajun. Julius Jones is his real name. Alias citizenship is USA Nigerian, right? Place of birth, Hunter's Green. You know what I'm saying? I was just making up stuff like how I was gonna make these characters go, man. And this is the part where I things got really, really nerdy. And y'all are gonna laugh, but actually making up their profiles was actually harder than drawing them. I know it's pretty funny, but it's true. I was just like, man, what in the hell names am I gonna give these people? You don't realize how much effort goes into choosing a name. Because if you choose the name wrong, the name doesn't fit the character. Then the thing goes all kinds of sideways. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hot mess, man. So character creation is like a total how do I say like work of art. I don't know if I want to call it work of art, but it's a lot of work and you have to figure out how you want to go about doing it. Like, it's not the easiest thing to do. So the fact that I do it and I do it consistently, I'm really proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff, like, I don't know, small details make up small. I'm gonna put it to like this, y'all. Small details make up the box. What I mean by that is, like, when you do the small stuff, it's what actually makes the entirety of what you're doing. Like, I draw a lot of detail in my drawings. That's why my drawings always look so good, because I go out of the way to put details in the pockets of the characters, the armor. I show screwdrivers. I show shade. I do a lot of detail, man. I just like detail. Detail makes the drawing great. A lot of artists don't want to do that. I kind of want to lazy their way through it. I'm not trying to lazy my way through it. So Cajun, right? Give him the name. Even height. Like the height, I give him my height. The weight, I give him my weight. And then in armor or not in armor. So in armor, of course, it's going to be a lot taller and it's going to weigh more too. Then, of course, the eyes, my eyes are brown, so I give the character's eyes brown. Hair, black. My hair is black. When I have hair. And then, of course, occupation. He owns his own company, CEO of his own company. I'm saying Icon Industries. And then, of course, different fighting skills, because I do know boxing. I know some semblance. I know different types of martial arts a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Muay Thai. I know a little bit of karate. And, of course, boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I incorporated that into this character. So everything that I put in Cajun, right? And that's how I built all the other characters. And then, of course, I let people know that he has his sister and his 2 brothers are Glocks and Raspin. Of course, his sister is Escalade. So then, not talking about Escalade, the next character, right? Escalade is based on my sister. You know what I'm saying? And so, of course, her name is Sarah Jones, right? Team leader, tactical strategist. Alias is Escalade. Like I said, coming up the name, man, I was over here just making a mess of names, man. I don't. Did Escalade almost get somebody other name? I can't even remember. Well, all I know is that when I was creating the characters, like, man, these names better get better because I need to come up with something better than some of the names I have, and I don't remember what they were. I went through. I'd be at work because I worked at CVS at the time. I'd be at work thinking about what my character names were while ringing up customers at the register, or maybe putting up some stock on the shelves in the store. Because I did retail. God, it was a long 8 years doing that job. That job sucked. But like, remember I was telling y'all, you have to do what you have to do to get where you got to go? That's exactly what I was doing, man. That job was atrociously bad, like bad. But I knew I was eventually going to get out of there. And I remember quitting. My last day was awesome because I cussed out a customer and then walked up out of there, man. Yeah, you can laugh, K-Swag. I totally cussed out a customer and got up out of there. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this job. Hell no. I'm not putting up with this nonsense anymore. Retail jobs are not the most horriblest, but they're the most, what's the word I'm looking for here? Very, what's the word? Denigrating, sometimes really disrespectful job. But nowadays, on my new job that I got, I don't put up with nonsense from customers. I cuss a customer out in 2 weeks, in 2 seconds. I won't waste no kind of time cussing out a customer. I ain't putting up with your nonsense. Take that somewhere else. You know what I mean? So, yo, growth is constant growth. So now back to Escalade. So Escalade, sorry, I fell off the rails right there a little bit. Forgive me. So look, Sarah, real name, of course, is Sarah Jones. This is Escalade right here. You see what I'm saying? That's Escalade. Now let's go back to Cajun, right? Y'all ever seen him? Right there. And this is the whole Karjakz team right there. So Karjakz right here, Cajun right here, with Sphinx in the front, the original versions of them. And so look, once I got to you got Escalade here next. Escalade, I wanted to have my sister's a strong character, strong human being. And so I created a character based on her. And that's where the name Escalade came from, because to me it symbolizes strength. Plus I just wanted the name to be super cool. Then I made her an Air Force colonel, which was important. I wanted her to be military. And of course, her real name is Sarah Jones. And then citizenship is British American, because a lot of my characters are dual citizenship. I've lived all over the world as much as I can. Africa, Europe, America. I've lived in too many states in America. God, I've probably done the East Coast, the South, Midwest. I'm a mercenary. I really don't owe anywhere an allegiance. I live wherever is best for my dreams. That's really my attitude about living somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't really owe nobody anything. That's just me. I believe in living wherever you want to live and not being afraid to go for your goals and go for your dreams and not allowing anybody to get in your way. So, then of course, place of birth is London, England. Height, 5'10", weight, 152, hazel eyes, hair color, black. Then occupation, she's the Air Force colonel, ace pilot, tactical strategist. I just want to give this female character a very strong background, because what I noticed that a lot of female characters don't really have strong backgrounds, and also too, no comics companies or animation companies are actually pushing their female characters' agendas in terms of like the character being central figures within or animation or comic spectrum. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is an opportunity for me. I'm gonna take advantage of this. Then of course, fighting skills include black belt in Taekwondo and karate. So I gave the characters profiles. And just like that, her brothers are Cajun, Escalade, and her brothers are Cajun, Glocks, and Rasputin. So each individual is also related to her. So you have to like create characters where you're doing that. Next time we talk again, I'm gonna talk about their bios, because I'm gonna give you all something to marinate on. Now, next up is Glocks, right here. This guy right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna speed through this because I can't. Glock's name is Chris Jones. Of course, he's the younger brother of Escalade and Cajun, but he's also the twin brother of Rasputin. You know what I'm saying? So him and Rasputin are twins. One has crew cut and one has dreads. Glocks is the one with the crew cut. Rasputin is the one with the dreads. And I remember creating this character. I was like, what am I gonna call him? I'm gonna call him Chris Jones. I tried my best to match the names of the characters with the names of my younger brothers and my sister, because I wanted them to have. So if somebody's name started with a T, I was trying to get the other name with a T too. Excuse me, y'all. Like, it's hard to man, how do I say this? It's hard to create profiles, man. But I did it. Then of course, as you know, it's a Karjakz. His real name is Chris Jones. Alias is Glocks. Citizenship is USA. Place of birth is Long Island, New York. Height, 6'2". Yeah, actually, K-Swag, that's actually a good question. That's why I like doing live streams because people ask a lot of cool questions. That's a great question. How I put my characters into I base them on people in real life. So, for example, Cajun myself, I always see myself as a CEO, the owner of my own company, not taking orders from somebody, not working for somebody, having my own vision. I love the idea of being an independent artist, if that makes any sense to anybody. I don't want to be what's this word? Beholden to any company, man. Because companies don't care about the quality of work you're trying to do. They only care about the money they're making off of you. Y'all get what I'm saying? So like I incorporate like a lot of real life into it. Like, so I grew up on tough times. The word would be a humble beginnings, if you want to use that word. Like to me, a delicacy used to be being able to get a Whopper meal at Burger King, or a Big Mac meal at McDonald's. Yeah, we grew up on hard times, man. It was this Section 8 living. I used to have 2 pairs of clothes. And I went through all that through middle school and high school. A lot of high school people, well, middle school through high school, man, when you're poor, people really take a dump on you, man. So, like, K-Swag, a lot of people really take a dump on you. So when I built my characters, I kind of gave them that background. Humble beginnings, they have to build everything from scratch. So Cajun, for example, is like me. He's a billionaire industrialist who builds everything from the ground up, just the same way I'm doing right now. Escalade is like my sister. She's strong-willed, independent, thinks for herself. I had to kind of show that she's a leader, even though even at her position at her job, she is a leader. That's why I chose Escalade. And then Glocks, is based on my younger brother. My younger brother's a great computer wizard type of dude. He's great with stocks and bonds and things of that nature. And so that's how I incorporated them to real life. And then of course, Rasputin, the other character, my other brother, he's based on my youngest brother, and he's a bit of a logical guy. He's scientific in his approach to things. That's why I made him a scientist. So a lot of my stuff is like real life stuff. Like, for example, I'm gonna get to them. That's what I think that's like K-Swag. Your question is like really cool, but it's also a very complicated answer because it's the kind of answer that could literally be an entire episode. You see what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. And yo, anybody in the chat, please, because I know even if you're not inside the chat, you're watching, please hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? For all y'all who don't understand YouTube, that sign that says people in your chat, just because they're not in your chat doesn't mean they're not watching. They're actually people watching right now. I just learned that the other day. So it's pretty cool. So I don't never sweat how many people's in my chat. I concern myself with how much quality content I'm putting out. Y'all see what I'm saying? So now look, back to Glocks. Like I told y'all, let's look at him again. That's his picture right there, because I can speed through it. Real name Chris Jones, alias Glocks, citizenship USA, place of birth Long Island, New York, height 6'2", weight 212, eyes brown, hair color black, occupation student, major computer science. Just like my brother, he's very great with computers. Fighting skills, boxer, kickboxer, Muay Thai. And then of course, as you well know, he's the twin brother of Rasputin and the younger brother of Escalade and Cajun. So that's where the characters, that's why I really kept it really close to the vest, because I was like, if I'm going to be inspired by something, I must be inspired by family members around me. You know what I'm saying? So then next up is Rasputin. Now Rasputin is based on my younger brother. And what I did was, like, I kind of wanted to have 2 of the characters be the same. See, in my language, there's a name. When 2 people are twins, you call them Taye and Candy. That's always a common name in Nigeria. If 2 twins are born, you call them Taye and Candy. So I kind of applied the same thing to my characters. I don't want, the word isn't so much Afrocentric. It's more Nigerianism. I don't know if I want to call it that. I guess Nigerianness or something like that. And I just felt the need to create characters that actually were what's the word I'm looking for here? Characters that were like Nigerianness. I really want to represent my culture, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't let people look at my characters and say, oh, they're black. No, I'm not going for that. My characters are Nigerian, period. They're African, period. And I'm not trying to hide the fact that I want them to be seen as Africans. You know what I'm saying? I want that actually. I really want that really bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm very proud of my heritage. I love the fact that I'm Nigerian. I love the fact that I know I'm a pure blood. I love the fact that I know my history very well. You know what I'm saying? So Rasputin is based on my younger brother. Of course, he's part of the Karjakz. Real name is Sean Jones. Alias is Rasputin. Citizenship is USA. Place of birth is Long Island, New York. Height 6'2", weight 209. So he's basically 3 pounds cheap, 3 pounds lighter than Rasputin. You see what I'm saying? Eye color is brown. Hair color is black dreads. Because now everybody's rocking dreads. So I just thought it'd be cool if Rasputin had dreads. Of course, at one time, my younger brother had a big old fro with braids. So that's where the idea of that came from too as well. Then occupation is student, and his major is biology. So my brother is a scientist of the sort who this Rasputin guy is based on. Then, of course, fighting skills include kickboxer, Muay Thai, and master in karate. Now, Rasputin might be the greatest hand-to-hand combatant in the whole entire Karjakz assassin universe. You see what I'm saying? So I have no what's what I'm looking for? I have no problem saying that, hey, yo, this character is like, yo, this dude he's got them skills to pay the bills. I think Cajun right now, as far as I can tell, is the most popular character in the whole universe. It wasn't some child I try to push. It's just what I notice at the art shows, when I go to comic expos, is what I notice on animations, is what I notice when I post stuff. He's just the most popular character. I don't know. I think it's the armor, man, that makes him look sick. That's probably why. You know what I'm saying? So next up is Diesel. Diesel's based on a guy that I consider like he's like an older brother to me. He's actually one of the most amazing human beings in this universe, man. He most amazing people in this universe. And hey, Sherry, welcome all of y'all to the chat. All those of us who are just joining us, thank you for joining me. Welcome to an awesome live stream. Guess what I'm talking about? Karjakz Assassins, animation and comics. Yes, that's right. Every Monday, we're gonna focus on this amazing galaxy right here because there's so much about this universe, this animation comics universe I haven't told you about. Because as you well know, the first official Karjakz Assassins comic book is coming out next year. It's gonna be a popper. You feel me? It's gonna be on and popping. So please tell all your friends, join the chat. And as I said before, I'm scheduling my streams now, so I'm more structured. Got to be structured. You got to be structured. You got to be on the get right. And I'm sure y'all love the some of the merchandise I got behind me. You know what I'm saying? I got puffer jackets, bomber jackets. You know what I'm saying? I got a new camera, 4K style light to let y'all be able to see me real good. You know what I mean? So yo, on to Diesel right here. We're talking about right here. Diesel is based on my guy I consider big brother. This guy is one of the guys that actually inspired me to he's always been an inspirational figure to me, saying, hey, you can do it. You're gonna make it. You will get to where you're trying to go. Just be on the grind. It doesn't matter where you start, it's where you finish. And once that really got integrated in my mind, he's actually one of the guys that actually pushed me to say, you know what? You need to keep going, man. This drawing stuff, everybody can't do what you can do, man. You're on a different level. And so when I created this character, I remember creating him. I said, yo, big bro, when I finished the drawing, he said, yo, when you draw my character mission, that guy got muscles, man. So I remember hitting him up. Y'all took a look at the detail of it. I said, yo, big bro, does he have enough muscles now? He's like, yep, it's Diesel approved. You feel me? So he was an amazing character. And this character, just like in real life, you asked me, K-Swag, this guy in real life, Diesel, in the animation series, Diesel and Cajun are going to be real tight. It's going to be like a brother friendship right there, where he sees Diesel as an older brother, and they're really going to be real tight. Even in the animation series, Diesel and Cajun work at Icon Industries together. Although the business is owned by Cajun, but he brings on his older brother along to become the chief engineer. So he can have somebody that he trusts, somebody that can be like a confidant. At the same time, that confidant is like a big brother to him, somebody that he respects. So like my universe, y'all, when I tell you it's massive, you don't understand how massive it is. So now look, let's get into the profile of Diesel. Of course, he's a Karjakz, you know that. He's actually third in command. So Escalade is the team leader, Cajun is second in command, and then Diesel is third in command. Now everybody's thinking, how come Cajun isn't the leader? Because to me, it's not really making any sense to take, if you have a colonel on your team, to let her not be the leader. She's a tactical strategist. She would be the perfect person to lead y'all. So y'all would have better missions and be able to get the job done properly. Plus, also too, I wanted a woman to be our team leader because my sister's like that. She's always she always in the leadership role. You know what I'm saying? So that was important to me. So now look, let's keep this thing going. Of course, his real name is Ben Warhawk Gray. Alias is Diesel. Yeah, Diesel. So where I'm from the South, Houston, Texas. And so when you say you Diesel, that means you swole. You be lifting that iron. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all have ever heard those sayings right there. But when somebody roll up on you, if you're from the South, they'll be like, man, that dude be lifting that iron. And what that means is that person be working out. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, that's what they mean by that person be lifting that iron. Then, of course, citizenship is American, South American. Place of birth is Tulsa, Oklahoma. Height 6'5", weight 275. Eyes light brown. Hair color black, dreads. And then, of course, His occupation is a chief engineer, mechanical / chief engineer of Icon Industries. You see what I'm saying? So that was important to me, right? Then fighting skills include he's a boxer and a wrestler. Thank all of y'all for joining the chat tonight. It's going to be awesome. We're trying to get these likes up, so please get these likes up. And please, if you're new to it, join the chat, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and please hit the notification button too, please, so you can know when I'm on live, so that way you can be sure to join me and join me in amazing streams. I'm always going to go live at least Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to be off on Tuesdays. I was going to be off on Monday, but I said, you know what? Forget that. Monday is going to be dedicated to the Karjakz Assassin universe. I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? So people love it. And then, of course, now one thing you need to keep in mind, Diesel and Sincere are siblings. Diesel, Sincere, and Artillery are siblings. I want y'all to remember that. Because when the first official Karjakz Assassin comes out, yo, it's going to be nuts. Thank y'all for all y'all just joining the chat. Welcome to the live stream of Sanusi. Guess what we're talking about today? Karjakz Assassins, animation, and comics. That's right. The official comics is coming out soon. So yeah, see how somebody just did that right there? Don't you just love it when people come in and come right back out? Because they're too cowardice. They want you to talk about some dumb stuff they want to hear. I'm not going to talk about Marvel and DC. I don't give a damn about Marvel and DC. I give a damn about this. So many people are tired of seeing the same old. And Marvel's wondering why none of their movies make any damn money since Avengers Endgame. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep peddling the same nonsense. People want to see something new, man. So thank all of y'all who are in the chat with me right now, and all of y'all who are not in the chat, but you're actually watching. Really appreciate y'all. So yo, that's Diesel right there. Next up is Sincere. Sincere, remember I told you, Sincere is related to who guess who? Diesel. That's her brother. You know what I'm saying? Now Sincere is also dating guess who? This guy, Cajun, my character. Remember I told you I created a character based on my dream girl? Well, that's what she is right there, Sincere. Sincere is based on my dream girl. Now, I always wanted to, I'm going to let y'all see her real good. I'm going to show you the first versions. I always wanted her to be, what's the word I'm looking for here? I always wanted a woman that was strong, smart, intelligent, independent, had her own thing. That's why I based Sincere on my dream girl. What were the attributes I would want? Honesty, loyalty, and consistency. And all those three words incorporate Sincere, because that means that she's consistent about who she is. No lying, no bull jobbing. You know what I'm saying? So an honest woman who's gonna have your back honestly, and you're gonna have her back. That's why I created the character. And so she was actually the first character I actually drew for real. Like Cajun was the character I first created in my mind, and I actually sketched the drawing, but he was actually not actually a character yet. I hadn't drawn him like to what he was gonna look like, but she was the first I put a pencil to. I remember one day I was bored. I just got let me get busy drawing, man. All of a sudden I got her, man. What would she look like? What her hair? What her uniform and all that stuff, man. And so. Her real name, she's of course part of the Karjakz. Then, of course, real name is Scarlet Gray. Alias is Sincere. Citizenship is American, South American. Place of birth is Albuquerque, New Mexico. Height, 5'9". Weight, 140. Hazel. Eyes is hazel. Hair color is black gray. When I say black gray, she's got black hair, but she's got gray stripes in her hair. She didn't dye her hair. She was born with it like that. You see what I'm saying? So I came up with a lot of cool stuff. And actually, sometimes I'll be seeing women with, well, not too many multiple color hairs, but like, some of their hair got different color in it. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool looking. They be looking like superheroes to me when I see it, especially when it's done right. I've seen a lot of chicks that do their hair like that. I'm like, yo, this shit looks like shit. What the hell are you doing? And then you see women that actually have their hair like that, like, oh, that looks hard. Damn, you look like a damn superhero. I seen one like that today at work. I was like, whoa, miss, your hair is kind of cool. You look like a superhero. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I gave her that hair color like that. And then of course, occupation is a news reporter journalist. The reason why I made her news reporter journalist because I was always a big fan of this lady called IDB Wells. She was a legendary African-American journalist from back in the day. Man, when I tell you she was groundbreaking reporter, that's exactly what she was, a groundbreaking reporter. I'd never seen anything like that before because I was reading up on it, like, yo, IDB Wells was hardcore. So with ladies like that, historical figures like that, or even historical figures like Harriet Tubman, historical figures like my great-great-grandmother, Adeshala, who was a woman king in Africa, or historical figures like Rosa Parks, historical figures like Sojourner Truth. You know what I'm saying? So those are the women that inspired Sincere and escalate simultaneously in different ways. You know what I'm saying? But Sincere I was like, I'm gonna make her a journalist. I wanted to be a journalist like IDB Wells. And so I made her a journalist. Then of course, fighting skills. When I say this woman got hands, she got hands, y'all. You don't want no parts of this lady. If you want to catch a whooping, go ahead and try her. She'll give you that work. You know what I'm saying? So fighting skills include Muay Thai, master in karate, taekwondo, and then of course, like I told y'all, her family history is she's related to Diesel, artillery. Those are her siblings right there, and she's the youngest of the three. You know what I'm saying? So she's always been like an outsider trying to fit in. That's always been Cynthia, man. So that's my dream girl right there, Cynthia. Last but not least on the team, before I talk about Sphinx, is Shepard. This guy is based on my best friend, Dr. Nero Nusode. Nero is literally, he's probably the realest Christian I've ever met in my life. You know what I'm saying? Some of the Christians I had met were always condemning everything. Like, if you didn't meet their little box nonsense, they wanted to condemn you. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not going for that, man. So when I met him, he was like, whoa, we were totally two different spectrums of the world. Like, he was very church-going dude. I'm like, yo, hell no. I'm not going to no damn church. Hell no. Hell to the no. I don't play that mess. But what made us super tight and became brothers is the fact that there was that respect. I never tried to change him, and he never tried to change me. We just made each other better. What I couldn't do, he could do. And what he could do, and what I could do, what I couldn't do, he could do. And vice versa. What he couldn't do, I could do. You see what I'm saying? So that's what made you. And that's when you couldn't create friends, you need to have people around you that are different from you. So K-Swag, hopefully that in a way, K-Swag, what I just said right there is the only thing that can really come close to the answer you were asking me. People around me really gave me an opportunity to create these characters, right? Because without my two brothers, my sister, my best friend, and my big brother, I would never be able to create these characters. Because your characters have to come somewhere. You can ask anybody who's ever created superheroes. Stan Lee, who's still alive, rest in peace. Anybody. They'll be telling you, it was family members around me that helped me to create my character. So Shepard is based on my best friend, who's actually a doctor in real life, right? And I remember calling him, I said, hey, bro, I'm about to create a character based on you. He was like, oh, for real? Shoot. That character better look cool. I said, yeah, but he's also going to be blind. And he's like, what? I said, yeah, man, he's going to be blind, man. And he's also going to be shooting bow and arrows. He's like, what? And I was like, okay, so I remember asking him to say, if I'm going to call him a doctor, what do I call his occupation? And he said, well, just call him a surgeon. I was like, are you for real? Okay, cool. I'm going to say he's a surgeon. So then his name, Vincent Pierce. The name Vincent Pierce, I wanted it to be Vincent Pierce, but the Pierce part is important because he's an orphan. And the Pierce part means to break through something, is why I called him Pierce. I don't mean Pierce as in like spelled the name Pierce, like the last name. No. Pierce as in like breaking through something. Because for the longest, he never knew his last name. So through the whole comics Karjakz Assassin universe, as he grew, his story is that Vincent eventually chooses his own name. And then it comes up with the name Pierce because he wanted to be able to break through things. He never wants anything to be a barrier to keep him from going where he's got to go. Y'all get what I'm saying? I know this whole Karjakz Assassin universe is interesting. It's very, very interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's an animation. I can't tell you. There's nobody that doesn't see me wearing this jacket that hasn't stopped me to ask me, yo, what's all this stuff you got on your shirt? People are like, yo, I'm an animation guy. I'm an animator, right? Sorry, y'all. I don't want my computer to go to sleep. There we go. It's running out of power. I've never really pursued, y'all give me a second. There we go. Now it's charging. So Shepard is based on my best friend. And so that's the way I got the name Vincent Pierce from. So his real name is Vincent Pierce. Alias, of course, is Shepard. And the name Shepard comes because my best friend, as I told y'all, is a religious cat. But he's not a religious like where he condemns everybody. He's religious like, look, we need to be understanding of who everybody is and how they are. You see what I'm saying? And so, like I said, prior to him, everybody else was an a-hole that I met. They got on my damn nerves. I would get to the point where people were telling me about whatever religion, I'd be like, yo, if you don't get the F out of my way, I'm about to whoop yo, you know what? Because I had no patience back then for people just running their mouth and telling me about how I was going to leave. I was like, yo, you don't get up out of my face, these hands going to get to work. I know y'all about to start laughing. That's literally what I would say to people, yo, get up out of my face or these hands going to get to work. Like, real talk, yo, I'm not a small dude. So there are times when I just really realize, you know what? I'm going to have to let you know I don't play them games. Get up out my face. You feel me? Sometimes my size is to my benefit. I just be like, yo, you know what? And usually with me, once I raise that tone of my voice, people are like, oh, let me back up. This dude, I don't want none of that smoke. Because he don't look like he played. As somebody once said to me one time, he said, bro, you just look like the wrong mofo. That's literally what he said to me. He said, you look like the wrong mofo. And if you don't believe me, ask my homegirl Sherry. She don't see me punk a few people, man. She be laughing too when I do it. She be rolling in laughter when I do it. Because when I do it, not only can I do it in English, but I can do it in multiple languages too, because I speak multiple languages. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be funny as hell. So Shepard is why I call him Shepard, because he's a God-fearing dude, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I call him Shepard. And of course, citizenship is Canadian. I've always been a big fan of Canada. I don't know why, But yeah, see, Sherry, you're laughing. I've always been a big fan of Canada. I've always wanted to live in Canada. I've actually wanted to go there too. I think it would be awesome to go and live there too. That'd be totally awesome. You know what I'm saying? Then of course, he's born in Vancouver, Canada, because I have family members that live in Canada. So I figure, you know what? Why not just use it as an excuse to say one of my characters from Canada? You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool right there too. Then of course, he's 6'1", 195. Eyes is black. Why is his eyes black? Because he can't see. He's blind. Then of course, occupation, he's a surgeon. Hair color is black. And fighting skills include Taekwondo, karate, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And the reason why he took up all these different types of martial arts disciplines is because that as a child, he was an orphan, but also too as a child, he didn't want to fall prey to a victim just like his parents did. He doesn't know what happened to his parents, and I ain't gonna tell you what happened to his parents because you're gonna have to get to know that when the first official Karjakz book comes out next year. As the story, as I make the book subsequently, I began to start to break off into the stories of each character, so that way you get to find out why they are the way they are. The origin stories of every character is always more interesting. The characters themselves are always more interesting. So it's gonna be a chance for me to break up the team and then go right like into the next character. So that's Shepard right there. Now on to these villainous assassins. Yeah, these dudes right here. Oh my God, they are villainous. And when I say they're villainous, they're villainous. So we're talking about Lord Sun Tzu, Artillery, Kanji, Revo. Sorry, y'all. Excursion, Snipes, Yukon, Seth at the bottom, and the Coyotes. Oh, before I almost forget, you see this tiger right here, Sphinx, at the bottom? Now, he's the Egyptian Mr. Tiger because I was messing around and forget about him. Look, Sphinx is the guardian of the characters, and I can't tell you too much about him. All I can tell you is this right here. He's the guardian of the Karjakz. He's more than what you think he is. And what you're going to notice when the first official comic book comes out, and I'm intentionally not telling him about y'all, telling him to y'all about him because I don't want y'all to know too much. But he's the guardian. That's all I'm going to say. He's not your typical tiger. He's a very special tiger. What is your favorite villain is what is your favorite villain is what is my favorite villain of the Assassins? Is that what you meant to say, K-Swag? My favorite villain of the Assassins is probably Sun Tzu, the one that's based on me. Because I was like, yo, well, you know what? That's not fair. So let's take Sun Tzu out. If I had to choose my favorite villain out of all the villains, it's probably Kanji. She's actually a beast. And also Tzu, she's hot. You know what I'm saying? You can laugh out loud. You know what I'm saying? But I remember when I drew her, I was like, wait, how you draw your own character and have a crush on your own character? I was like, wow, I didn't know I could draw beautiful women like this. I was like, damn, I got skills. Because I remember when I used to draw women, and that's what I'm going to talk about later. I used to suck at it, man. I was like, God, I suck at drawing women. What is the problem? And then, I started like, when I was around a lot of my homegirls, because a lot of them are pretty, I'd be like, okay, let me figure out how to. I started taking these art classes where I could draw figures. So you have figures in the art class. You have to draw figures. Yes, and the person and the female characters that we got in our class would be nude. So I had to draw nude female ladies all day long. And I specifically remember the one in my one drawing class. My art teacher said to me, Adewale, I don't care how talented you are. If you don't get your act together and stop letting this girl distract you, and the girl's name was Cecil. She was hot. I was like, man, this girl is hot, but she ain't gonna. And my teacher said, if you don't stop letting her distract you, I'm gonna give you an F in this class. I don't give a damn how talented you are. So I got my act together, y'all. I ain't want to get no F in the class, man. So I got busy drawing, y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying? So that's for me. It's probably I would say Kanji is my favorite, man. You know what I mean? So Kanji would be my favorite. Now back to these amazing assassins. These assassins right here. These characters are sick as hell. Sun Tzu right here. Now Sun Tzu is based on my bad side of myself, but also too, I wanted him to be a counter of Cajun. Y'all remember this guy right here in the beginning? Yeah, this guy right here, Cajun. So I'm not going to tell you something, but the word I'm going to use is the ties that bind. Cajun and Sun Tzu have something that links them, but y'all aren't going to know that till the first official Karjakz comes out next year. And you definitely ain't going to know it till I drop the animation series. All this is subsequently going to be, everything's going to be rolling out next year, y'all. One thing about being independent is that I don't have to wait on companies to let me do stuff. I think of the idea and I put it into execution. That's why I love being independent. That's why I love doing my own thing, because they can't dictate what I do. It's the same way where I come on this stream right here. Whether there's 50 people in here or 10 people or 3, I don't give a damn. Even when there's only 3 people in here, there's still people watching. Because you know what's funny about most people? They don't have the courage to pursue their dreams. So instead of being like a, how do I say, being an encourager of others pursuing their dream, they want to play a hate. They want to hate, say negative stuff. I'm like, yo, keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? So, yo, Sun Tzu, this guy right here, Sun Tzu, he's the center. He's indirectly the center of the whole Karjakz assassin universe. Reason why I say that is because he's the antagonist. See, the Karjakz can't make a move until they figure out if Sun Tzu's going to do something. How crazy is that? You have to wait for somebody to decide what they're going to do before you do something. You know what I'm saying? So Sun Tzu is the leader of the assassins. He's the one who brought them all together. Sun Tzu, as he grew into position, as he goes in his travel, start to pick up people. Started off with artillery because he always knew that was going to be his general. Plus, he wanted a woman that would replace his wife who was lost, like who was killed by other villains. That's what I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all going to know that story later on when the first official Karjakz comic book comes out. And also, too, when his solo story comic book comes out, yes, each one of my characters is going to get a solo storybook. So guess what? Get your shelf ready because your shelf's going to need plenty of space for the amount of books I got coming. It's on and popping, y'all. So look, Sun Tzu, right? He takes and decides to put all these different amazing individuals around him. Artillery, Excursion, Kanji, Revo's children. Revo and Kanji are Sun Tzu's children. Then, of course, you got Snipes, you got Yukon, of course, you got the Coyotes, and, of course, Seth, the Guardian. And so Sun Tzu puts people around him, and he builds it that way so that he can have the best of the best around him, right? Then the second thing he does is that he lets them know, I guess I want to call it politician style. This is what we can achieve. Meanwhile, what he's really saying is this is what I can achieve. Of course, except for Artillery, who is his wife. Welcome to the chat. Thank you all for joining us. Those who are joining us, please hit the like button. We're trying to get these likes up. Get the notification button so that we can always see when I'm subscribed, when I'm on. But also, too, get our subscribers up. The goal is to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. First goal is 800. We're almost there. 781 subscribers last I checked before I joined this chat. Hopefully that's dwindled down. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't worried about that because I'm growing organically. Growing organically is the best way to go. Don't let people decide what you're doing. Don't let people streaming or whatever the hell they're doing decide how you're going to go about creating what you're creating. Keep doing your thing. The flakes, the bandwagon people, they'll go bye-bye. The real followers, the real organic ones, they're going to stay with you. You know what I'm saying? Let the flakes go. I don't have time for flakes, man. There's some people I haven't seen in 2 weeks, and I don't bother. I don't care if I don't see them ever again. I don't need them. They don't decide my life. Yeah, go ahead, man. Enjoy school, man. See you next time. That'll be on Wednesday, bro. Have a good night. So look, check this out, y'all. Let's get into Sun Tzu. Because I'm not going to be here too long. Once I get past the characters, the animation part is quick work. Because I myself have to go do some work. So look, you got Sun Tzu, leader of the assassins. Rank, team leader. Real name, Blaine Bishop. Alias, Sun Tzu. Citizenship, USA. Stay up, brother. Be blessed, man. Place of birth, Los Angeles, California. Height, 6'1". Weight, 195. In armor, he's 6'7". In weight, in armor, he's 275. So he's got some weight on him. And of course, eyes is light brown. Hair color is 0. He ain't got no hair. He's bald. Now, his occupation, of course, is CEO of Argon Tech, his own company. Then fighting styles include martial arts, master in karate, and taekwondo. Notice that he's the CEO of a tech company, just like Cajun, the counter, right? Remember I told you Cajun is the CEO of Phoenix Industries? Well, this guy's the CEO of Argon Tech. Got his own company. I wanted that because what I wanted was, as a kid growing up, Wayne Industries, Stock Industries. And I said, you know what? Why can't these characters have money too? Why can't they have some kind of industry business? Why can't they be philanthropists? I don't want them having a job somewhere. Hell no. I wanted them to be their own boss, do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted for them. And of course, his children are Revo and Kanji. That's very important. His fiance is Artillery. That's very important. And also, too, you have to keep in mind that he's the one who orchestrated the whole Assassin's universe, brought it all together. So, yo, that's Sun Tzu. Next up is his general / his fiance, Artillery, right here. Artillery. Also to the stepmother to his children, Kanji and Revo. So Artillery is a former CIA Navy SEAL. She breaks off, goes on AWOL, I guess we want to call it AWOL, completely breaks off the grid and joins Sun Tzu. Now, before she joined Sun Tzu, she always had a compulsion for power. She was basically the top ranked Navy SEAL / CIA agent, man. She could take out anybody. She could infiltrate anywhere, man. You know what I mean? And so when Sun Tzu meets her, it kind of lets her know, look, you can keep doing what you're doing with the government, or you can bring those amazing talents of yours to what we can accomplish together. And also, too, I think he saw her as a woman that could be his wife. You know what I'm saying? She had potential, she had talent, they had a lot of similarities. Then, of course, somebody who also could be a mother figure to his children, Kanji and Revo. You know what I'm saying? So, like I told you, I gave you a little snippet of what happened to Kanji's mother and Revo's mother, but I'm not going to tell you all anymore. So, artillery, right? And keep in mind, artillery is also the sibling of Sincere and Diesel. Remember that. She's also Sincere, Diesel's brother and sister. Brother and sister. So now her real name is of course she's part of the Assassins. Rank, she's second in command, but also to the general of the Assassins. Real name is Aeon Gray. Alias is artillery. Citizenship is American, South American. Place of birth is Albuquerque, New Mexico. Height 5'9", weight 142. Eyes hazel. Hair color black and gray. You know what I'm saying? And the occupation, she's a bodyguard. She's Sun Tzu's bodyguard. That's hilarious, man. You know what I'm saying? She parades as bodyguard. And then, of course, fighting skills include black belt in Taekwondo and karate. And don't forget, she has Navy SEAL and CIA training. So she's multifaceted. She's great at infiltration. She's great at disruption. So those are all skills, right? Then, of course, I told you, she's related to Diesel and Sincere. That's really important. Y'all get to, I'm not going to tell you the story of how the whole thing breaks down. But when the first official Karjakz comes out, you're about like, oh my God, what the hell? This is crazy. So next up is Excursion, third in command of the Assassins, right? Excursion is third in command. Now he's the guy who his name is he's a former Marine, right? Excursion is the guy that wants to be in charge, but never has enough resources to be the guy who can actually be in charge. Makes any sense? So he started from humble beginnings, pours I don't know what. He joins the military as a kid. Then when he gets dishonorably discharged from the military, the Marines, he decides, you know what, I'm gonna be a hitman for hire. So Ruben Jones for him is just death is just good business. He's all about taking people out. That's his main occupation. And so look, Excursion is the field commander of the Assassins. What I mean by field commander is that he takes his orders from artillery, then he executes what artillery wants them to execute. That's basically what Excursion does. Also, too, not to mention, he's third in command. Like I said, his real name is Ruben Jones. Alias is Excursion. USA citizenship. Place of birth is Chicago, Illinois. And this is the origin stories. That's what I'm telling you on this, right? Then also, too, height 6'4", weight 250. God, he's a heavy dude. Hair color black. Eyes red implants. He literally doesn't have normal human eyes. If you ever go to my website, or if you get a chance to buy this bio book, you get to see what he actually looks like in terms of what his character profile is. And of course, occupation is head of security at Argon Tech. So he's the head of security at Argon Tech, Sun Tzu's building, the business. Then of course, fighting skills include boxing and military training. So he's a boxer, but he also has the military training from the Marines. So which means top flight, top dude. You feel me? So that's Excursion right there. Next up is Kanji. Kanji is Sun Tzu's eldest child. And he's Sun Tzu's eldest child. Now Kanji is what you call like power, like either you're powerful or you're not powerful. She doesn't respect those who cannot hold their own, those who are not powerful. So Kanji is the oldest of Sun Tzu's children. She's also had to grow up early to be who she is, to become what she becomes, because they lose their mother at a young age, at a very young age. So she had to grow up kind of fast, because in the absence of she had to grow up fast in the absence of her mother. So she got kind of to be like a older sister and mother figure to a younger brother, Revo, who I'm going to talk about next. So Kanji is like remember I was talking about my favorite villain? Well, Kanji is like my favorite villain that's not Sun Tzu. I just always thought she was cool. The name itself, Kanji, means strength in Japanese. For all of y'all who are wondering, Kanji means strength in Japanese. I've always loved the word Kanji. So when you hear somebody say Kanji, that means it's saying strong. We can be used as a metaphor in different ways too as well. So Kanji, of course, she's an assassin. Real name is Kanji Lee. And the Lee part comes from her mother's name. Just to honor her mother, while also taking up her father's name, Kanji Lee Bishop. Because you know Sun Tzu's name is Bishop. You know what I'm saying? Last name is Bishop. Then of course, alias is Kanji. Citizenship is Filipino, South African. And then place of birth is Luzon, Philippines. Height 5'10", weight 150. I think this is 150 right here. God, no, 158. My bad. My eyes are horrible. Eyes blue. Hair color black and red. So red with black stripes. That's all she always rocking. Occupation student. Major graphic design. That's right. That's what she do, man. You feel me? Fighting skills. Master in karate, shadow arts. And then different types of arts. And then of course, she's the daughter of Sun Tzu. She's the daughter of Sun Tzu. And then of course she's the daughter of Sansu and her mother, and also she's the oldest. So she's basically Revo's how do I say Revo's look after person. You know what I mean? So that's Kanji right there. Next up is Revo. Revo right here. Oh my god, the first version of Revo. This guy might be the coolest character in the whole Karjakz universe. Well, anyway, people tell me that anyway. Aside from Cajun, because he's a cool looking ninja. The first version of him right here. I've went through a lot of evolution ever since I created this character. Like it's taken a long time to get him to even get him to here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this whole thing is about animation and comics. And I'm going to get to the comics, right? Because right now, simultaneously, I'm talking about the characters. So the Revo, of course, is the twin younger brother of Kanji. He's also the son of Sansu. His armor looks similar to his father's, but there's a distinct differentiation. Revo's armor is not as heavy. Plus, he doesn't use the type of lance or the weapon that Sansu's using. No, he has an Evo cycle. And just like his sister too, she has an Evo cycle too as well. So I see that cool cycle. You see this cool cycle Kanji has? I'm sorry. You see that cool cycle right there? Oh, right there. Y'all see that? Yeah. And then this is Revo's cycle right there. Y'all see that? It's pretty sick, huh? So look, Revo is the guy who his real name is Tuan Lee. Now, this character is based on my cousin. This is the only villain that's actually based on somebody that's in real life. Because my cousin always said, hey man, I was like, I tell my cousin, yo, I'm gonna base a character, and he's like, man, I don't want to be no hero, man. You better make me a villain. So I did. And I made him a hero. I made him a villain, excuse me. And I remember showing it to him, like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There was no one who I based on any character on that was disappointed. They were so honored to actually be part of this whole Karjakz universe. I actually got I actually got one of my everybody that I had a chance to, I brought them onto the podcast to actually be on my show. To actually talk about the character that I based on them. So that was actually cool. A lot of the episodes are back in the past, man. Probably in the early, not so much before the episode 100. When you do something, you can't be afraid. And that's why I wasn't afraid to create these characters. I knew what I wanted to do and where I need to go. I knew that eventually people were going to accept them. Just like how we got people that are going to be, one day there's going to be like 100,000 people in the chat while I'm talking. And that's going to be nuts. Y'all get what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to be myself and go where I want to go. I ain't worried about, I don't need nobody's validation. And that's kind of where I created Revo. And also, too, I was a big Bruce Lee fan. And when I say I'm a big Bruce Lee fan, I am a big Bruce Lee fan. Man, I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. That's where I also got the inspiration for the character. I just wanted somebody who was like Bruce Lee, who could move, who could whoop, you know what, kick butt, left and right, man. So let me give you Revo's profile. Villain, he's an assassin, of course. Real name is Tuan Lee, based on one of my good friends. So he's based on two people, my cousin and then a good friend of mine. I gave him his name anyway. I had to give him. I told Tuan, he's a good friend of mine. I said, bro, I'm gonna name a character after you. He's like, man, whatever. And I said, yes, I am. And sure enough, I did. The character's name is super cool, man. Alias, of course, is Revo. Citizenship is Filipino, South African. Place of birth, Luzon, Philippines. Height 6'2", weight 190. Eyes blue. Hair color is black. Occupation, student. Major, physics. That's why he's a physics major. Very scientific. You know why? Because he wants to figure out how things work. Why is it that I whoop everybody's you know what and they can't touch me? You know what I mean? So yo, that's Revo right there, man. He's a sick character. God, he's sick. And don't forget, he's the son of Sansu and the brother of Kanji. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at. It's crazy, man. Next up is Snipes, the purple-haired bombshell. She's gorgeous, man. This character right here, Snipes, oh, she's sick with it. French Algerian, that's what she is right there. Snipes is a character that's a person who grew up like she's an orphan. She grew up on independence, so she's used to getting things on her oon. But then when Sansu and Artillery come to meet her at one of her supermodel pageants, they figure out quickly she's more than what she seems. Like, yo, you are really I don't want to call you a killer, but you can take out a lot of people. Yeah, I'm like, how you know who I am? And so they let her know, hey, we know who you are. How would you like to join a team of individuals who are amazing, just as gifted as you, and actually going to change the world? And she's like, this is interesting. And so Snipes comes into the fore because they need somebody who's infiltration, espionage, who can get to anywhere pretty much. And that's what she does. And so they bring her to the team, and then when she joins the team, she's the one who sends in first to figure out what's going on in the place. Then everybody else comes. You know what I'm saying? So that's Snipes right there. Now look, her name, of course, she's a villain, part of the Assassins group. Real name, Nicole Pham. Alias, Snipes. Citizenship, French Algerian. Place of birth, Paris, France. Height, 5'10". Weight, 147. Yeah, she's tall as hell. She's actually, she ain't 5'10" no more in the new bio book. She's actually 6 foot now. You know what I'm saying? Eyes is green. Hair color is purple black. Purple as in literally all purple. Then her hair is black stripes. Yes, you're wondering, is her hair really purple? Yes, really purple. Her hair is purple without it getting dyed. She's just born with purple hair. And there's a story behind that. I'm gonna let y'all gonna know about that later. Then of course, occupation, she's a supermodel. And then fighting skills include master in karate and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? So that's snipes right there. Next up is Yukon. Yukon is the strong guy on the team. Titus Manaluga, aka Titus Manaluga. He was born of humble beginnings in the Kauai Islands, right? He always wants to win. Yukon ain't about nothing else but winning. It's all about them dubs. Get it however you can get it, it don't matter. But the rules don't apply to him. But one day he figured out the rules did apply to him because when he was competing in this World's Strongest Man competition, they found out that he cheated. So his title was stripped of him. So it was then that he realized that, you know what? The world ain't fair. I'm gonna go ahead and just go through and crush people wherever possible. Then simultaneously at the same time, Sanusi and Artillery, he's another recruit. Sanusi meets him. Hey, look, you can keep being what do you call this? I don't want to call it a hitman for hire, but a bodyguard for hire, or you can come work for me and make more money than you've ever made, but also to have more control of your life, have more power than you've ever had. Plus, I'm gonna, because since Yukon was willing to cheat, well, then he said, you know what? How about I just give you some enhancements? So in a way, they made him kind of a superhuman being, which was totally twisted, crazy, man. But yo, Yukon, sick as hell. Now look, let me give you his background. Villain, of course, part of the assassins. Real name, Titus Manaluga. Alias, Yukon. Citizenship, USA. Place of birth, Kauai Island. Kauai, Hawaii. Kauai, Hawaii. Place, height, 6'7". Weight, 209. No, excuse me. Weight, 290. No, 288. Eyes, brown. Hair color, black gray. So black gray, he's actually got dreads now. Black gray dreads. Then of course, he's a security enforcer at Argon Tech, which basically means he works security. Yeah, really? So Yukon working security at Argon Tech, even though it's Sanusi's company, which is just the front. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, fighting skills include wrestling. Wrestling of all kinds, which includes sumo wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Then of course, you need to know his father's deceased and his mother lives on Kauai Island. His father was a coal miner. His mother was a nurse. So that's Yukon right there. Then last but not least are the Coyotes, the Android assassins. They might be the easiest ones to explain because they are created in Argon Tech Labs, created by Yukon to serve as field operatives, and the real assassins go into the work. So basically, he's like, look, I'm not going to lose my minion, my soldiers, when I can just create something that can actually substitute as a soldier group that goes in when we're going into battle. What happens? The first thing you see is that the Coyotes are there. After the Coyotes get there, then the assassins come. And even when the Coyotes are not there, they come after. They either come before or come after. Sometimes the Coyotes are sent way across the way, way far away from the assassins. They literally autonomously guide themselves through whatever missions they have. How sick is that? I mean, their sole purpose is to seek and destroy. They ain't got no other job but to seek and destroy. You know what I mean? So, yo, that's the assassins right there. And can't forget the book that I got with me right here. Now, look, that's the characters right there. Next up is the animation. Now, the animation I got to show you. So I'm showing you 2 animations. It's really important to show you all this because when you create a cartoon, it has to be your way, your style, or how you want to do it. I remember I created this cartoon when I was in school. For me, the animation, why I'm saying animation next is because my dream for this whole character universe has always been to have my own animation series. But in order to get to the animation series, I have to go through steps. First, I have to create a comic book, which I've already done, which is already done. Now I'm going through career phases. Then I had to, once I created the comic book, figure out what the storylines are going to be. I can use the comic book to be like a guide reference to episodes, to season 1, season 2, season 3, or however many seasons I get to have, that I choose to have. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I've already written 2 seasons of this animation series. Literally written 2. And all the episodes are titled and everything too. I know exactly what the storyline is going to be. That's rare that somebody would do so much. But guess what? I'm doing so much by myself. That's the hard part. Everybody can't do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a gift, man. It's a gift from the universe. It's a gift from God. I'm just choosing to not let people delay me and hold up. That's very important. You know what I mean? So the animation, it's going to be, at this junction right now, I'm actually creating a new animation intro aside from the one I'm showing y'all. But by the time I get through, and right now as I'm speaking too, in order to help myself, I'm also in animation school. I just kind of decided, you know what? If I'm going to help myself, I'm going to help myself. So I decided I'm going to go to animation school. So I did. I'm currently in animation school. At least we got this semester, maybe 3 more semesters of animation school that I need because There's so many programs, man, and you can only YouTube it so much. I'd rather just learn face to face. Y'all get what I'm saying? So yo, first this animation that I made in school. This one is I've told a story about it several times, but I created it because I was so excited about having my own characters. And at the same time too, I kind of didn't really know how to do a lot of animation. So my teacher kind of like gave us what's this word? Guidelines to what the project should be, our final project. And I just said, you know what? I'm gonna spend the whole semester creating a Karjakz for that animation intro. And that's what I did, y'all. Y'all get ready. That's exactly what I did. Look, I'm about to show y'all guys what's up. Let me back up. Y'all see that? Y'all see how sick that is? My bad. I'm very proud of this. And you know why I'm proud of it? Because when I created it, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? When I created that, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And then as I went through, I kind of wanted to create like a makeshift comic style animation where I kind of created like a total story of the characters, right? So I kind of did like a I don't want to call it a promo, but it's like a thing where you kind of orchestrating a storyline of what's gonna happen. So yo, check that out. That's gonna be the next one. No, check this out, y'all. Y'all like that, huh? Hey, that's what your boy talking about right there. But that's the animations, and it's very simple. And unfortunately, I can't show you the new animation I got going. That ain't gonna happen because that's coming out next year, y'all. But one thing I know is right now I'm in animation school, so the animation is really helping me to. The animation school is really helping me to what's this word? To master what I've already created. One of the things I told my teacher and animation school, I was talking to him about this last week. This class is actually helping me to already start creating new ideas for the animation intro I'm working on. I didn't realize how long it's going. I didn't realize how long it takes to create an animation. And what I'm doing usually requires an entire team. So I'm not only the penciler, I'm the inker, I'm the animator. I'm also doing the math, creating my own scenes. You know what I'm saying? Drawing images and structures that I need for this whole thing. It's nuts, y'all. I'm a one-man record crew. So yo, that's the animations. I'm gonna get into that more next week. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to introduce the characters. Now, next up is comics. Yo, y'all give me a second. I'm gonna cheat. Yeah, it's getting a little bit cooking. It's the comics. This one I ain't gonna spend too long on it. But what I'm gonna talk about is so you can understand the differences. This bio book really, when I first started, helped me to understand the whole Karjakz Assassin universe. Look, let me do it the way it should be. First one in the front. This is how it all started right here. I figured, you know what? Let's go like this. Here we go. Now it makes sense. It's because it's left to right. Look. So this one right here is the first bio book I ever created. I created this bio comic book because I realized that I needed to explain to the world who these characters are. So this book, right, is the beginning of how the whole universe started. This book actually is the one that led to the me realizing I need to create my own comic book. That nobody really understood what I was actually doing. So I created profiles. And yo, when I say I've sold a bunch of these, I have sold a bunch of these. I can't say how many times I was driving Uber and Lyft, and people would be buying my stuff in the car at the art shows. Yes, I go to comic expos. I go to about 2 a year. I don't really need them like that no more. I've kind of created my own independence. This is what YouTube does for you. You kind of don't have to beg anybody anymore. Like with those things, I have to beg them to go to the shows. With this, I can just do it myself. And thank you all for whoever's joined the chat. Please subscribe to our channel. The goal is 1,000 subs. Thanks to y'all, we've reached 781 subscribers as of today. Totally insane. And the amount of watch hours on my channel is totally nuts. So I'm so grateful to y'all. So I know YouTube is not the easiest platform to be on. I'm telling you, there's so much to look at. But if you find any kind of success, you should be grateful for it. And I am in abundance grateful to y'all for all being a part of this channel, following it, constantly being there. So all of y'all who are watching right now, including those who are actually in the chat, joining the chat, joining the stream, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being part of it, because y'all are the reason why I'm able to do this. Why I have confidence in coming here every single time that I go on live and doing my thing. I have no fear. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? None of these people that don't stay or look or keep watching are stopping what I'm doing. Eventually, I bet you when I get big, then they go bandwagon. That's what people are. That's what makes a lot of people weak as hell. They don't join something when it's growing. They want to join it when it's grown. Y'all get what I'm saying? And I'm noticing that with a lot of people. Even the simple thing is how I'm getting a lot of subscribers. Now people want to join me. Or why has this guy got a bunch of subscribers? Maybe it's because I got good content. Maybe you should think about that. You know what I'm saying? So yo, the comic book in itself was built the same way too. I started realizing I'm gonna just do whatever the hell I want to do. And then those who like it can come. Those who don't, bye-bye, go kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? So I created this first Bible book. And this first Bible was like the hardest of all of them. Because this is the beginning of the whole thing. I had to give a height, weight, profiles, all the stuff I was just explaining to y'all. That's what this book had to do right here. And create a good image. Then this one was a continuation of it. Because this one was like, okay, this is good, the first one, but man, this is the first one. This is the second one. I was like, man, I need to fix a lot of these drawings. You can tell the difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely tell between the look and where the characters look, the color of the uniforms and everything like that. The growth of this bio comic book has been amazing since 2012, which is when I finished the first comic book. So since 2012, I've been evolving it forward. I'm really proud of it. Like, it's not when you do what I'm doing, the biggest thing you can have is patience, man. You've got to have patience, otherwise you ain't gonna get nowhere. And that's why I've gotten so far. I have a lot of patience. So between this book and then onto the third version of it, that's when I realized, oh, it's over. When I got to this one right here, it's all she wrote. This right here was a great evolution. And some of the things in the characters hadn't changed completely till I got to this one. Now, when I got to this one, the characters changed completely. Color scheme, the logo changed. Logo don't even look like this no more. The characters, a lot of them don't look like this no more. And then when it got to version 6, the complete transformation of nobody's going to know who's who. You would have to like just watch the cartoon or read the comic book to know who's who. That's the only way you're going to know who's who, because they all look so different. You know what I'm saying? Like, mash on them like different. Like, they look sick different. So when I got to this, as you can see, and this is important that I go through this. Each bio book is different because it's an evolution of the one before. It's the evolution of the one before, and it just kept on getting better. When I got to this, it was time to create the first official Karjakz comic book, and couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I wasn't hearing it from companies. I wasn't hearing it from people that are haters. You can keep it to yourself. You have to move yourself forward, man. So the comic books, and when the first official comic book comes out next year, it's going to be a game changer. I don't care. I'm not seeking anybody's approval to tell me it's going to be a game changer. I know it's going to be a game changer. It's so sick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really proud of the creation. Like, the creations, it's a lot of work, man. I'm a one-man record crew. I can't tell you how many pages I have, but look, just trust me, it is a lot of pages. And then you're going to be shocked about how much detail and work I did. You know what I'm saying? So I've been at it for a while. And also, too, during the pandemic, it kind of slowed me down because you really couldn't go nowhere. So there was inspiration, but there wasn't inspiration because you being cooped up in your spot all the time, can't go anywhere, doesn't really help. That kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? So these are the bio comic books. And these bio book comic books are going to lead to the first official Karjakz comic book. Now, if you love bio comic books, this is definitely available on my website at soundvision.com. You can get your copy today because it's going to help you to understand everything in the Karjakz universe, height, weight, where they're from, profile, all that kind of cool stuff. And if you want some of the classics, maybe you just want to be a collector, go ahead and collect these as well. So that's the comics right there, man. Each character, and I ain't got no problem saying this right now, each character in the Karjakz universe is going to have their own comic series. Literally. That's how good I am. I can do I don't need nobody's permission because most companies are like, well, let's just do Wolverine. Let's just do Jean Grey. How about Cyclops, Gambit, and Rogue and all the other people? Like, it used to get on my nerves looking at comics. I'm like, yo, Wolverine, and I love Wolverine, but I was like, yo, can I get a storyline on Gambit or something? Dang. You know what I'm saying? So I would always want that. So that's what told me that once I built my characters, I was like, you know what? I'm making sure each character has got their own story to tell. That's really important. So, yo, that's the comics right there, man. Now, before I get about here, I'm going to finish final thoughts. Current and future events. My current events is like I'm working on the first official Karjakz comic book. Actually, when I get off here now, I'm going to go back to editing some more, the comic book. And then when I finish doing that, I'm going to do some animation work before I go to sleep. I got to do the animation because I'm building a new Karjakz animation. So I'm always constantly, every single day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm always working on my comic books, on my animation. You kind of have to build your stuff. You can't just stay like always working on it once in a while. No, there's got to be consistency. And then I use the different days of the week to assign myself what I'm going to do for my whole universe of everything that I'm doing. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like current events, my goal is to get those done. The comic book, the animation, and then just to avoid BS companies. Because I get a lot of nonsense from companies that ain't going to pay you nothing. Or if they do pay you something, they're ripping you off for a gajillion more than what they're giving you your value for. So you have to kind of avoid those pitfalls. Like I've avoided a lot of companies. Like I could have a job was offered to me for a big company. They created a very well-known video game. I kind of told them hell no. I'm like, I'm not working for y'all. Hell no. Y'all are not, I'm not gonna say the name of the company. Y'all are not gonna rip me off. Trust me, you know the company. Believe me, you've played the game a bunch of times if you're a video game head. You know what I mean? People, they were trying to hire me, and I said, heck no. I'm not working for you mofos. Y'all gonna rip me off. Hell no. My uncle's a lawyer. He said, the only way my nephew is working for you is if you sign a certain disclosure for him, so that way you can't steal what he's creating, which is what they usually go for. They don't want artists. They don't want any of that. They want control. They want like you not to have independence. So yo, that's not gonna work for me. That's why I'm currently by myself. I don't want to be signed to anybody. And then as far as future events, like the biggest one is the Karjakz comic book coming out next year. The animation intro coming out next year. Me figuring out how to connect with animators, whether it's Japanese animators or American animators. I'm more leaning towards Japanese animators because I draw Japanese style. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just constantly, literally keep growing this galaxy that I've grown. That's how I feel like it's a galaxy, man. I put in a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to do what I'm doing. Constantly, consistently, consistently. I'm gonna say it again. Constantly and consistently. I told you 2 different jobs, but it's true. It's what I do. So yo, that's my stream for tonight. I really appreciate y'all being part of the stream tonight. But before I get up here, because I didn't want to finish it, I'm gonna finish it off with us looking at some of the artwork for each of these characters, posters. So if you're a fan of posters, guess what you need to do? Go to my website, sunvision.com, and copy you a poster. So look, let me pull this thing closer to y'all. And look, let me bring this table. Yes, that's right. I got a table now. That's right. You see that? Can you see? This is the entire Karjakz universe right here. If you're a fan of posters, a fan of art, guess what you need to go get? Put this on your awesome wall so you can be part of my whole movement, part of the whole Karjakz universe. Yeah, look at me. I'm going to take a seat. Why not? I'm just take a seat. Look, you can be part of the whole Karjakz universe. And yes, this is a hoodie I got on. It's a pretty sick hoodie. So you see how big my arms are? Yeah, I work out. That's right. Your health is your wealth. Thank you for getting the likes up. Thank you. And thank you for all of those who just joining us. Those who are not in the chat but are actually watching, thank you too. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday's video, wasn't nobody in the chat, but that thing got crazy amount of views, man. You know what I mean? So look, Karjakz, the entire universe posters right there. Y'all see that? Next up is the Karjakz, the heroes. Yes, this is animation. Yes, this is all part of animation. This is how animation is created for all of y'all who are curious wondering what it takes to do it. You have to actually create the characters so you can actually animate them for somebody to see. I don't know why people have this issue of, I only want to see what I want to see. Like, dude, art is animation. Animation is art. You have to create the characters. Thank y'all. Appreciate that on the likes. For all y'all who just joined the chat, please subscribe to our channel. Subscribe, hit the like button, and also to hit the notification button. So when I come on, you can know I'm on. I'm always going to be going live. The only day I'm not going to be going live anymore is Tuesdays. I'm going Mondays, I'm going Wednesdays, I'm going Thursdays, I'm going Fridays, I'm going Saturdays, I'm definitely going Sundays because that's pencil drawing day. I love my pencil drawing. People love seeing me draw. So hey, I'm definitely gonna be doing that. So these are Karjakz right here, the heroes. If you're the type of person that wants a bunch of heroes on your wall, you want one bunch of characters, You want to go get this poster available on sunvision.com. I am going to keep doing this every single Monday. Whether people show up or not, I do not care. Because guess what? Once I load it up to my channel, it's going to get a gajillion views. So whatever it doesn't do live, it's going to make it up when I drop the video. That's right. I'm letting y'all know that right now. I'm going to give advice to some people right now. Don't let people not showing up to your live event make you think that what you're doing is not good enough. Hell no. You keep doing your thing because the flakes and the bandwagon people will come. That's what they are. They're bandwagon people. So don't be worrying about them. Karjakz right here, y'all. All the heroes. Cajun, Shepherd, Sincere, Glocks, Diesel, Sphinx, Escalade, Rasputin. And now if you want individual characters, who I'm about to show y'all, you got Cajun right there. Guess with who? Sphinx right there. Mystical Tiger, baby. This poster. Now he's probably the most popular character in this whole Karjakz Assassin universe. Also, he's based on me as well. But that's not the reason why I think he's the most popular. I just think his armor is cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why. You got Escalade, Air Force Colonel, Tactical Strategist. Let me pull this up to the front so y'all can see some more. Y'all see that? This Escalade right here, y'all. Based on my sister. Remember, this one's based on me. Cajun right here. This one's based on my sister. So if you love art, if you love posters, visit sunvision.com and get your poster on. Get as many, all these characters available, and then all the other subsequent characters I got in the whole Karjakz universe. Now, the good thing about my website is that if you go to my website, there's actually a section dedicated strictly to Karjakz Assassin universe. I'm not going to stop promoting my brand, promoting my universe that I'm creating, man. I'm not going to stop. It ain't going to stop. There ain't nothing y'all haters can do to stop. Next up is Sincere, based on my dream girl. Look, Sincere, if you love a woman with katanas, never seen that before, you want to get you one of those right there, put it on your wall, man. Join the movement. I can't stress enough joining the movement, man. How cool is that? Next up is Glocks. Glocks is the sharpshooter of the team. This poster is available on sunvision.com. I'm just showing y'all the posters. I'm not even going to talk about the characters. I'm just showing y'all the posters. If you love posters, I'm pretty sure y'all are about to see one of these heroes or villains that you love. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure. If it ain't Glocks, it's Rasputin. If it ain't Rasputin, it's Cajun. If it ain't Cajun, it's Escalade. And if it ain't Escalade, it's Sincere. So you got Glocks right here. They got Rasputin. If you're a fan of guys with combat skills, not so much projectiles, but more of hand-to-hand combatants. That's Rasputin right there. Next up is Diesel, the strong guy of the team. Yeah, straight Diesel. He's strong as I don't know what, man. That's right. He's a strong dude, but he's also intelligent. You know what I'm saying? So this is the poster for Diesel. It's based on my big brother, as you well know. This is Shepherd right here. Yeah, remember Shepherd I was telling you about, the one that was blind? Quantum arrows and quantum bows? That's him right there, man. Now, next up is the Assassins. Those villains. Yeah, if you want a copy of the Assassins on your wall, man, come on now. Come and get it. Yes, good things aren't cheap and cheap things aren't good. I am not going to devalue myself just so somebody can like my stuff. Sorry, that's not happening. If you don't like my prices, if you don't like my products, you go feel free to go somewhere else. But I am begging you. And I've been saying that since I started. That's why I've come this far. Like, I don't have to beg anybody to go where I'm going to go. I didn't know what I can do. The goal is to get to where you want to go and get to it in the time that you can get to it, which is steady for you. So this is the Assassins right there. Next up is Lord Sanusi. Hey, after what I just told y'all about Sanusi, y'all should want to go stick this on your wall, man. Next up is Artillery, Sanusi's fiance, and stepmother of Kanji and Revo. Look at Artillery. Man, people are like, and I tell people all the time, yo, Sanusi doesn't send mostly his assassins, but when he sends her to come after you, it's game over for you and everybody else who's around him. It's a done deal. You better just call it a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Then, of course, you got Excursion, the hitman. Man, he got that big old cannon, man. Ever since I've created this guy, everybody's told me that, yo, he's the coolest. Sick character. So, yo, available put it on your website. Go to my website, sunvision.com, and get you a copy of these posters today. Next up is Kanji. Kanji. Daughter of Sanusi, son of Sanusi. Kanji. These two, you want to definitely have definitely have a poster of these two on your wall. If you got Kanji, you definitely get a Revo, and vice versa. Who wants to be having one or not one or the other? So, like in my language, we call it Taya and Candy, which means twins. They're twins. So it's the same thing applies to these amazing characters right here. You got Kanji and you got Revo. Y'all see that right there? Yeah. And look, that's Revo right there. He's got the coolest uniform. I think he's got the third coolest uniform in the whole Karjakz Assassin universe. You got Cajun, you got Sanusi, then you got Revo. You know what I'm saying? Revo is all about like cool uniform, looking abstractish. Well, not abstractive, but looking real. And looking like my uniform costs like $1 gajillion. Not to mention he's got the skills to match the skill of the machine. So that of the armor that he's wearing, which is literally like a machine. Literally. They got Snipes, the purple hair bombshell, the beauty. Yeah, she's a bad one right there. You know what I'm saying? To be in her company, yo, it might be your last days of breathing, man. So, yo, don't play yourself. Don't think you're going to roll up on her, run some kind of game. That ain't going to work. What you should be worried about is what she's going to do to you. That's what you should be worried about. Don't be coming up missing because she might be the reason why you came up missing. You feel me? The next is Yukon, the strong guy on the team. You want to put this post on your wall. Be like, people be telling me like, yo, this dude looks like he's on steroids. I say, yeah, that's how I want to draw him because he is. He's cheating. That's why he looks like that. He's not. He's the He's kind of like what Bane was to Batman in the animated series. He's always cheating to get where he's got to go, but he's still huge. You see what I'm saying? So he's the type of guy who's gonna do whatever it takes to win. That's pretty much what he's gonna do. That's Yukon. Then of course the Android assassins, the Coyotes, right? This is available on my website, sunvision.com. The Coyotes are Android assassins created by Lord Sanusi, designed to be sentient human beings or sentient robots that can adapt just like AI and formulate their own thoughts and plans, formulate their own thoughts and ideas, and then put in an execution once Sanusi wants. So yo, that's the poster right there. If you're a fan of art, please go visit my website and get you one of these right here, so that way you can be part of the movement. I'm not keeping you from being part of the movement. You are. So if you love art, want to drape your art on my wall, put my art on my wall, on your wall, please go to my website and buy something right there, sunvision.com, yo. So you, last but not least, I'm gonna show this and then we're gonna call it a wrap. Check this out. Thank all of y'all for being with me tonight, man. Really appreciate y'all. Those who joined the chat and those who didn't join the chat and those who are just watching and pretending like they're not there, but they're really there. That's hilarious. You know what I mean? So look, Batas 3 sneakers. I'm always promoting these sneakers. They're awesome, great for the feet. I love them. I've already talked about functionality. I'm just talking about the coolness of them. You know what I'm saying? They are 6 sneakers. Every Monday, y'all, it's gonna be Karjakz Assassins. And since we're talking about Karjakz Assassins, guess what's on this character right here? Classic Karjakz Assassins character version 1 of the characters right here. This version is the most one version to me because I've said the story before. Because it's the only version my grandmother got to see before she passed away. I traveled home to Africa in 2011, and it was the first time I seen my grandmother in a long, long time. Man, in a long, long time. And so since I was a child, so I saw her as a young man, and I remember showing her the drawings, the characters. She's like, oh my God, Omo Miti Yanko, which means my child has drawn something. Because in Africa, Omo means child. So when in Nigerian language, in Yoruba, my language in Nigeria, it means child. So I was so proud of what I had done. My grandma was so impressed. So indirectly, when she passed away in 2013, I really got attached to these version 1 of my characters. Because she's always been my she's always been like my I've always been like her baby. You know what I mean? And also too, she gave me a last gift that she gave me. And the last thing I remember she said to me, she said, I was having some kind of difficulty. So I don't know what I was dealing with. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do what I was going to do. And she said, Onlati yabito fellow, which means you must draw where you want to go. Y'all get what I'm saying? So in my language, that means you have to draw where you want to go. So I held that, and I still hold that till today. So now I draw everything. I've drawn out my vision of what I want to do for my Karjakz Assassin universe. That's why I'm not afraid to create different things. Like, for example, that's what led to me creating my own sneakers. Every time I create a new pair of sneakers, guess what I always do? Put my characters. I'm not going to let people dictate what I do. It ain't going to happen. I'll win and lose as myself. I'd rather do that than be some of these fake flakes that just go around trying to do what they think people like. I don't care what people like. I'm doing me, man. I'll win as me and I'll lose as me. It's the only way to be. You feel me? So that's why I don't worry about if there's 3 people in the chat. And I've had it because I've seen 100 people in the chat. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my sneaker thing. There's a lot of haters to be looking at my sneakers like, man, those are trash. No, they're not trash. They're just broke as hell. You ain't got no damn money to buy anything, so you'd rather put me down than pick me up. You know what I'm saying? That's weak as hell. That's a sign of a weak-ass human being. You know what I mean? So, yo, the Batas 3 sneakers with the Karjakz Assassins Classic on this foot, which is the right foot. Now, when I create these Batas sneakers, I can actually put the classics on both feet. It's just that whenever I create a sneaker for me, because these are mine, they're mine, but I'm showing them to you so you can go get one too. Yeah, that's right. These are the sickest sneakers you've ever seen. Look, this foot has got version 5. This foot has got version 1. And they both they don't look anything alike, but they're the same shoe, same size, everything. Hey, I haven't seen anybody doing sneakers or be able to do something like that before. So I find a way to do what I got to do and get where I got to go. My art, I can do whatever I want. And yes, this is premium leather. I don't do cheap crap. I hate cheap stuff. So that's exactly why the price it is the price. It's $200. If you got money for it, great. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Because guess what? The price ain't coming down. I've given it a 20% discount. Because I just wanted it to be on sale. so people can get used to them. And I've sold some right now. That's why once I get off this live stream right now, I got to get to work. I got orders I got to put in. You know what I'm saying? Just yesterday too, when I was live on the chat, an order came in. So I'm always busy. And that's why I go live, because I realize this is a platform for people to see the stuff that I can do. Look at the bomber jackets behind me. Look at the puffer jacket next to me. This puffer jacket right here. People ain't going to know what I'm going to do if I don't show it to them. So this is my way of showing people what I can do. Puffer jackets. So you know what I mean? So yo, this is this right here, man. The Batas 3 sneakers. So yo, y'all go get y'all one right here on sunvision.com. And remember, my Batas 3 sneakers come in different styles. High tops with the straps, high tops without the straps, low tops, there's Batas Sport Queens, the kids running sneakers, the Batas high tops and low tops for the kids. So I'm always doing something, man. The goal is to get myself to where I got to go. So yo, these are the Batas 3 sneakers right here, man. Available on sunvision.com, man. So y'all, it's been an awesome night. I want to thank y'all for being part of my awesome chat, because guess what I'm about to go do? I'm about to go work out. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, every single Monday, I am going to talk about the Karjakz Assassin universe. There's so much I need to tell y'all, it's not even funny. I'm going to keep going and going and going till I release the first official Karjakz Assassin comic book. Natalie, 780. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. Yeah, I it's kind of crazy. The thing keeps growing, but hey, can't complain about it growing, man. I really appreciate it growing. You know what I'm saying? It's like YouTube, as I said before, is the hardest platform to be on. There is nothing easy about YouTube. According to analytics, y'all, since I started going live, I've added close to 375 subscribers. That's a lot for a guy that didn't have, man. Dude, it took me a good minute to even get to that number before I got big. And then all of a sudden, I started going live and people started seeing me live. Like, even sometimes I try to figure out what time to come on, but there really is no perfect time to come on. I just come on. And if you want to look at my live stream, great. If you don't, I don't care. You're not stopping me, because guess what? What the universe has chosen to give me, you cannot take it away. There ain't a dang thing you can do about it. That's why when I come on here, I'm myself. And y'all notice we don't get any more trolls, like people saying crazy stuff to me anymore. Do you know why? Because I didn't know that you could set up a setting in YouTube to be strict about comments. So that way it keeps people from saying dumb stuff to you. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, because we would get all these idiots that would say a bunch of dumb stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm not reading your garbage. Find somewhere else to peddle your negativity. You feel me? So, yo, be a pursuer of your dream. This right here is every single Monday. Karjakz Assassin Universe. I'm not going to stop. Every single Monday, we're going to talk about the Karjakz Assassin Universe every single time. You know how many ways I got in ways to talk about these characters? They're so freaking super sick. You know what I mean? So, yo, thank y'all, man. And Natalie, thank you for joining the chat. Your awesome doggy hoodie is under construction. I cannot wait to show it to the stream. I cannot wait to show it to the live stream when they see it. You know what I'm saying? And look, I figured, you know what? Going live on my computer is better than going live on my phone, because my phone is smaller screen, man. This right here is what's up. I couldn't help myself. I just had to buy a camera and say, you know what? I'm tired of doing the other way. I got to do it this way. So I want to thank all of y'all. And please hit likes. Get these likes up. Get these likes up. Get these likes up. So I want to thank y'all for everything, man. So until Wednesday, y'all. Wednesday again, I'll see y'all live, because I'm going to be off tomorrow. That's right. I really mean it. I'm really going to be off tomorrow. Literally. The only time I'll come on a Tuesday is if I got a new product I got to show y'all, man. But that's about it. But aside from that, I'm going live. Oh, and in honor of Karjakz Assassins, before I get out of here, let me show y'all some apparel. Since I showed y'all some shoes, let me show you puffer jackets. Let me let y'all see it. Look. You see this thing right here? Yeah. Look at that. I'm modeling this joker. Y'all see that? Yeah, this is a puffer jacket. It's available for men and women, boys and girls. Got this from sizes 2 extra small all the way to what is this thing? 2XL. You know what I'm saying? So 2 different sizes. Then of course I've got this bomber jacket right here. Platinum bomber jacket. The reason why I'm showing it to y'all, because we're entering winter months, man. It's starting to get cold out here. And if you're gonna wear a jacket, you might as well wear a cool jacket. You might as well wear a cool jacket. You might as well wear some cool jacket. See, I've shown y'all this jacket before, but I've never shown it to y'all like this before, where it's super clear, where you can actually see it. Y'all see what I'm saying? And as you can see, I'm wearing gear too. You see the gear? I got my own gear on. This is a whole outfit right here. Hoodie plus some sweatpants. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, bomber jackets right here. Then, of course, what else I got? Oh, yeah, this one right here. Another bomber jacket. Now, this one's a waterproof bomber jacket. Y'all see it right here? That's what's up right there. Y'all see it? Yep. You see that? Pretty sick, huh? With a different design. So I just got different styles, man. So look, visit sunvision.com. Make sure you get your watch on. Visit Sunvision, check out the website and see all my cool products. You know what I'm saying? So yo, because don't let me get too famous now, and then I'll make all my stuff like $1 gajillion and won't nobody be able to buy it. Yep, you sure all right, Natalie. I definitely got to take my time. Real art takes a lot of time. That's why every Monday, you know, I kind of was like, hey, I'm going to be off on Mondays. And then I changed my mind and said, you know what? Forget being off on Mondays. Monday to me is the most important day of the week. It creates the energy of what the week is going to be about. So yeah, heck yeah. Every single Monday, Karjakz Assassins. So y'all know my characters by art. So y'all know who's who. So y'all know height, weight, and all that good crap. All that good stuff. So yo, Karjakz Assassins, man. So I'm going to see y'all on Wednesday. All right. So same time. And as I said to y'all, make sure you check out for my notifications because I always put up a notification say what time I'm going to start. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to realize all the things you can do on YouTube. You're going to have to grow with me because I'm learning to use YouTube. Same way y'all, some of y'all never been on YouTube. Like some people barely want to be on here. They just like going to see videos. But now some people are starting to join the chats and stuff like that. So as I'm learning to work YouTube, y'all learn to work with me. Y'all feel me? So yo, I want to thank all of y'all, man, for being part of the stream tonight. Everybody who was watching, everybody who joined, and everybody who just straight looking. Because some people don't want to join, they just want to look. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. I mean, take that back. I'm going to see y'all on Wednesday. So as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Always, always believe in yourself. Sherry, Natalie, thank you for being part of the stream tonight. I love y'all, man. Y'all are awesome. Awesome homies right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see y'all on Wednesday. So y'all have an awesome night. Stay safe. Good night. Peace.